Good morning, YouTube. This is Silver Clouds Plants here with an orchid video. So, right quick, this is a phalaenopsis or moth orchid. Orchids are notorious for needing a lot of attention when it comes to watering because of their roots. They have exposed roots, and that is an important part of how they grow. In the wild, they naturally do a epiphytic association with trees and with structures for support. So that's kind of neat, that they don't really use the ground for their nutrients. And yeah, so when it comes to it, there's one key tell with this type of orchid, and it's the color of the roots. So this is a silvery kind of powder, kind of like trichomes, and it keeps the roots from drying out when they get dry, so they can survive long enough for the next watering. So relying on this visual cue, when the roots turn silver like this, the plant needs water, and it's not really in a deficit, it just is indicating that it needs moisture. So this is called the Velamen. It's this powder, and I'll write a note on that. So the plant body itself has a pseudo bulb and leaves, and this is an old flower stalk. So the flower stalks come out of the buds that are being protected by the leaves when temperatures change. But I've had this orchid for about 5 years. It's gone through a lot, but they're pretty sturdy if you pay attention to the cues that they give you. So I'm gonna water this one, and we're gonna look at the effect that water has on the velamen. Just for visual cue reference, it's neat to see that the velamen is green when it's watered, because it can also photosynthesize like the leaves of an orchid. And yeah, that's how you know your plant's healthy, is the roots are fully functioning. So here is our lovely silver-ish roots. I'm gonna turn a bright on. Alright, so back to the silver roots, and then watering. So I just use plain tap water, room temperature. I live in North Florida, so the well water is pretty healthy here. Ah, yeah, the roots are changing now. Great. So here's the green roots, much greener than before. They look a lot more like the leaves in hue. Yeah, so I have an orchid in my hand, gonna let that drain and do the outro real quick. So with this short lecture on the moth orchid, we covered the velamen. That's that shiny layer that we need to look for when deciding to water. The roots, the pseudo bulb, and the leaves and flower stalks. So I'm going to write those up, and thanks for watching.